Hello, everybody. Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Fitchburg Historical Society and future, she should have my job because she does such great interview work with the Historical Society. We have Catherine Schneider. She's back. Catherine, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks, Jeremy.
Hey, thanks for being back on the show. I extend the offer before we started the interview that you can have my job. I'm extending it now that you can have my job. Although I enjoy doing the interviews, of course, but you've done a good job on your series of interviews with COVID. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the annual meeting. It's back, spring edition. Spring edition.
It's back, and we have not been able to have an in-person spring meeting since before COVID, so over 2 years now, which makes it all the more exciting that we're going to be having it coming up. So just letting people know that they are all invited. This is open to the public. It's our spring meeting. So we are going to be having it on site at Promega. Promega has been kind enough to invite us over to their facility. So it's going to be held on site there, and tours are going to be given afterwards of Promega. So that's really cool. The date for the annual meeting then, spring meeting, is Sunday, April 24th, Sunday afternoon, starting at 1:30 p.m. And it will be held at Promega. Promega Biopharmaceutical Technology Center is actually the official name of their facility. And that's at 5445 East Sherrill Parkway in Fitchburg. And our speaker will be Penny Patterson, who is the Vice President of Corporate Affairs there. And we've asked her if she would particularly highlight Promega's journey through COVID, specifically with what Promega has done with their company in helping with the pandemic and mitigating the pandemic. So Penny will tell us a little bit about the background of Promega. I think one of the big mysteries to people is, what is biotechnology, and that's what Promega does. So I'm sure we've all heard the name of the Promega Corporation, but kind of like, what do they do exactly? So Penny's going to unravel that mystery for us, explain, the general overall view of the company, and then zero in on particularly COVID and their response to COVID. So just a brief preview is to letting you know that Promega talks about using science to solve problems. So they have a lot of scientists on staff. They have 1,000 employees in Fitchburg. That's a huge employer, company presence in the city of Fitchburg. And then they're an international company. They are in 100 under 100 companies. I'm sorry, 100 countries. Their company is in 100 countries in the world. So they're an international company right in our own backyard. I think that's pretty amazing. And so they have 4,000 products that they distribute worldwide. So high quality tools for scientists to use in seeking answers is kind of how they put it succinctly. But I think particularly since we've all been through this difficult, challenging time of COVID, to see specifically what has Promega been doing. And they're one of the core suppliers in the fight against COVID-19. And so Penny will tell us more about, their testing kits that they have developed, and researching treatment options. They serve research, pharmaceutical, and diagnostic laboratories. So very interesting work. So I think it will be an exciting presentation, first of all, and then to be able to tour the facilities too. That's a rather unique opportunity, I think, for the public. So we'd like to just get the word out, and thank you, Jeremy, for helping us to do that today in talking about our program coming up. So open to the public. Please come, enjoy the afternoon, Sunday afternoon in the springtime, to learn about Promega. what they have done and what they continue to do in their work. So again, the date Sunday, April 24th, starting at 1:30 in the afternoon, and including the tour, we should be finished by about 3:30. So just a nice way to spend your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, and if you haven't been, well, first off, Penny Patterson is such a fun person to talk with, and has been on the show before. You'll just enjoy her comic relief on top of just telling the story, which I think is a difficult story to tell because there's so many scientific words, and it's just extraordinary work that they do. And they also, like you said, that part of COVID-19's and the response, they jumped right on board with testing and different things. So that alone, I think, is just exciting that right here in our own backyard, we were fighting COVID, with this worldwide company, and they've made a huge investment in Fitchburg. We know that, with all the beautiful buildings, and like I said, if you haven't been into BTC, that place is just phenomenal. I've been there several times. They've had so many community events. They have an art gallery there as well. I mean, they've got it all. So it's definitely a cool place to go. You can't tell that I just have a fond interest in their company, but it's a cool place. So I think you hit it on the head. It's going to be a fun afternoon of learning about a little bit about the company, but again, their response to COVID is something else, which I think is just awesome. And they are a great steward here in the city of Fitchburg. Good neighbor, good business to have here.
Definitely. And so we are just so grateful for them for opening their campus to the Fitchburg Historical Society to hold our meeting there. And then I just might mention before we close, Jeremy, to remind people about our website, fitchburghistory.org. Welcome to find that website, enjoy what's on there, finding out about history and Fitchburg and all the goings on that have brought us to where we are today. And then Promega will be their presentation will also be eventually on our website too for people to enjoy later.
Yeah, it'll be good. And yes, we will be recording this one and make it available after the fact, certainly. And we'll probably do some highlights on Talking Fitchburg because it's going to be some great information shared there at that meeting. So, Catherine, always a pleasure having you on the show. Stay safe out there. Good work as always. And we'll check back in with you real soon.
Sounds great. Thanks so much, Jeremy. Take good care.
You bet. You as well. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.